Listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve, and today we have the Fury Toys. I saw the Ancient Power, so I just kind of focused on that for a second. Well, anyways, Fury Toys, Samurai Animals, Spring 112 Scale Collection with the custom kit. Now, if you want to pick this guy up, you're going to be looking for, it's the Samurai Turtles. Not animals is generally the easiest way for at least me to find it. Spring is this particular one here, which is the not Leonardo. Can't even finish my quotations. So for this unimportant review, we're just going to go over this real quick and not edit the video because that's not what we do here for these ones. These are just meant to be quick, fast little videos. Anyways, if you guys like to pick this up, I think this was picked up off of 5K Toys, but I know it's sold out. It's pretty much sold out most everywhere that I'm aware of. But if you like to just get some turtle collectibles in general, link in the description for Entertainment Earth. Help support the channel and get yourself some sweet things after at least watching the video. Anyways, so main reason I have this is I didn't actually buy this. This was payment for a commission, but I do like me some Ninja Turtles. Thought it was pretty cool, so decided, heck, why not? And this also came with the extra bits, which the initial figure would have had the samurai helmet. The custom kit makes it actually look more like Leonardo. So kind of got the best of both. So for the packaging, it's nothing super crazy. Just cardboard. You can see the turtle here. It's got a bit of like a matte texturing to it. Pretty much all the League of Mumbo Jumbo is on the back of the package here. Oh, it's a handmade figure. That's pretty sweet. But anyways, getting it out, you'll see it's not currently in the package. Also, this one is also empty, so we're just going to slide that over here off camera. So, turtle's actually hanging out right here. We have the Leonardo. I actually have some turtles on the table here, so if you guys like to see some comparisons, here it is next to a NECA Secret of the Ooze turtle, which we still actually have to do the videos for too, but I'm waiting for Inez to come over. I can do this one all on my own. But you can see it's about half the size in scale, which is good and bad. Like, this is more like a true 1/12 scale figure. This guy's more like 1/10-ish size. I was about to say 7. I'm like, that is not even close to being the right scale. So these are definitely smaller action figures, but honestly, it's easier to probably get more display stuff for these guys than it would, say, the Secret of the Ooze. Those ones you kind of have to hand make them more yourself to get the right scaling. But these just kind of work with more stuff in those same veins. So if you collect a bunch of 1/12 scale figures, these will probably be pretty solid for you. Or at least, hopefully, we'll know after this video. Anyways, for its detailing, somehow, again, just got home from baby not too long ago. Cat hasn't been in here. Cat still is everywhere, though. We can see for the head, it's got this nice menacing look. Does not have the pupils colored in, which is pretty typical for, like, murderous turtles. Detailing on the head's really nice, where it's kind of green and grays for the most part. Just different shades of green on the head, but you can see on the arms here, too. It's got a bit of different shading. Then got the nostrils, got the blue bandana. One thing I thought was really cool, it actually has a cloth here for the back piece, which is kind of bunched up a little bit, but it's definitely there. It's also got, they're not quite even in terms of cut, so it's very rough looking, which I actually like. It makes it kind of appear more that he's kind of scrounged all these parts together. For the chest piece here, you can see the kunais on the straps here. There's even some metallic for the buckles, which is actually really nice to see. So one thing I will definitely give this figure is they didn't really spare any detailing on it, because even the knee pads have metallic silver here for the buckle sections there. You can even see it on the belt. That one could maybe have been a little bit better, but it's not too bad, to be honest. It's also got blue here for the straps on the arms. Same with the hands. You can see the knuckles have these protectant guards. There's even some guards underneath the pads on the back section. You have these sheaths, which do come off the back here, which have 2 peg holes. Shell is done in a nice brown. It's also got a bit of a gloss finish to it, so it's a little bit shinier than most of the rest of the turtle. Legs look good. It's got a lot of muscle definition. I don't really see the shell going through to the back, but you can see on the front here where it's a very mute yellow. And overall, just really sweet. You even got the metal shin pads here. Like, to me, it has a very Last Ronin-esque feel to it. But definitely in a different style. It's even got a metal plate for the shoulder pad here. But anyways, all this stuff is with the custom kit. So even the swords also came with that, which are a bit shorter. The clipping could have maybe been a little nicer on the swords. At least this one in particular. This one's actually not too bad. And then pulling it out of his hands, you can see the detailing on the hilts. Looks really good as well. One thing I think is a little strange with this guy, especially when you put him in turtle form, or at least the turtle head on him, is the proportions seem a little off to me. Because his head, like his hands in comparison to his head are almost the same freaking size. Which works. It's not the cleanest cut for the drill hole there. Like, for the most part, if you plan on having, like, clenched fists and maybe you want to make it look like he's punching something, it's not going to look the best, but I think it's fine. It's kind of got that more classic toy feel for me when it's set up like that. Same with his feet. Kind of look fairly large as well. But overall, I think it has decent proportions. Just mainly his arms. See, especially like once you get to the forearm, he's got a little bit more of a Popeye thing going on. But I think it gives him a very unique look in comparison to a lot of the turtle stuff, which I could definitely get behind. And then for the actual original accessories, you have the head with the samurai helmets, which is bending just a little bit because I had it sitting in here, which was probably a bad idea, so I have to heat that up. But it's got this nice blue along the trimming here. Got some gold here for the rivets. Top has this nice grayish speckling with the black here. And even has this little moon symbol on the front. And again, eyes pupilless. Also a lot brighter than what you get on the second one, which is definitely something that's a bit noteworthy. If you want to swap out the heads, I did manage to do this without a hair dryer, but it's actually a blue joint under there. And then, if you're going to be applying pressure downward, you want to put your thumb right here on the emblem and on the back of the skull, or helmet. You don't really want to be trying to apply pressure where these things are. The nice thing is they're at least flexible. So I'm not super concerned about breaking them, but it is something that could be a possibility. So here he is with the helmet. Ooh, I forgot the scarf. He has a scarf. Crap. Let's get this head back off. There we go. Because that goes here. Then you put this back on. Like so. Somebody's got this little cloak thing going on. So I'm getting this thing on and off. It's a little bit looser than it originally was, but it's still like, it holds a pose. It's just noticeably easier to move this thing around than the original head. But now you have this little cloth scarf going on, which is actually connected together too. Then for some other stuff, he comes with a pair of open hands. If you want to put him in some more karate-esque poses. With the same guards in the back here. Then, I think you saw me pull him out, but he does come with two chains. Two weighted chains. Wherever the second one is. Which is actually really sweet. I do like the I like that it includes some actual, like, I was going to say real material. Technically, plastic's real material. But it has, like, the variety, which makes it feel like it's a more expensive figure. Which definitely helps its case because of the size. And then you also have these, I'm going to call them sickles. I'm not sure the official term. But they have a nice metallic silver with the gunmetal over the top. Wrapped handles. There's also a little opening you'll see here. And also on these kunais. Which you get a pair of these as well. Which have that nice metallic on the top. Clipping marks. Maybe could have been a little cleaner. Because you'll see that some of the coloring's kind of lost there. Also has the little ring on the bottom. which I haven't personally tried, but I imagine just like a necklace, you can pry this little metal ring apart and then insert that into here and close it if you wanted to have like the kunai with a weighted to make it look like kind of like scorpions get over here. Or you could do the same thing with these little sickles, which I think it's cool that he actually has different weapons. So you can get a variety of poses. You don't have to have them just with the samurai swords, which this kind of makes them like it's Ninja Turtle, but not quite like the Leo that we know when you have him set up like this. And I do appreciate that he does have, at least with the custom kit, you have the option to have the swords. So just like with a Last Ronin figure, you could kind of load them up with the accessories. I wish you had a place to kind of store the kunais. Would have been cool. Which, yep, the swords do actually go in the sheath. You want to make sure to go in the right direction, though, because it doesn't really fit in if you try to go it the other way. And then, voila! Leo ready to take out some feudal era ninjas. And for its articulation, head can look up and down. Arms can go up about that far, down about that far, forward, back. Gonna take this out because I feel like I'm gonna break something in the process of doing this. Elbows are single joints, so they go forward and back, but you also get a rotation. Hands can rotate on a ball joint, so they rotate around. Chest. There we go. Can go forward and back a little bit, because you'll see the joints here for the chest, but the shell is not cut there. So you get posability, but it's all dependent on what the shell's going to allow you to do. So a little bit of rotation side to side, a little bit forward, back, and rotating. Like, it's enough to give them a little bit more character, but not, you're not going to get like crazy ab crunches. Which is not to say, because even like the NECA turtles don't give you really anything at the waist. But that being said, you don't see, like, it's a shell. You don't see it in the movie. You don't see them doing like crazy hooch-ha-cha poses when the shell's contorting with that, you know? And legs go outwards about that far, inwards about that far. Nice forward kick. Yeah, all right, back kick. And then the knees are double jointed, so you can bend those in and out. There's also rotation at the top of the thigh, and the feet can go side to side, forward and back. One thing I will say is that the swords in the back do pop off pretty easy. It is just a peg, but it doesn't take that much effort to get these guys to pop out. So overall, also I forgot to mention he's got a little tail. I don't know if you guys notice, but it's not something you see on every iteration of turtle figures. But anyways, so overall, I think this guy's pretty sweet. Running about, I think it was $55 for this guy, for the set, which I think for a third-party collectible that comes with what it does, the materials, and the paint job, seems pretty legit, to be honest. It's definitely competing with a lot of the more mainstream companies, and to be honest, I don't think they paint their items nearly as well as what I'm seeing on this guy. Like, in comparison, even like, if I were to grab a McFarlane, it'd be about the same size as Donatello, and you would not get nearly the amount of deco and accessories you got with this guy. Like, he almost feels like more like a figure arts Figma figure, more so than like a stateside NECA or McFarlane in those regards, which definitely helps manage the price point a bit. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. So helps defeat those kaijus by slashing that like button. Well, I guess we should just hit it, because slashing it might hurt your screen. That would be bad. Subscribe to become a Ranger today. We also got Patreon, Pinterest, Instagram, and Facebook. Guys that keep up to date with channel and donate, we greatly appreciate it. Also, I probably should iterate this more, but we do have a Discord attached to our Patreon. I know some people don't like that concept, but I personally enjoy it, because if you really like the channel, you guys like the same stuff we do, it just kind of helps automatically filter things for us. Then it's only $3. So definitely go check it out. Anyways, see you guys next video. Bye-bye.